Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at Cavalier Field. The Dodge City A's and Hayes Larks getting ready for a league matchup. We'll get to the starting lineups here in just a second. The A's come into tonight's matchup 10-14 overall on the season. Dreiling. Batting sixth, shortstop number 3, Austin Jaslov. Batting seventh, catcher number 5, Jackson Halter. Batting eighth, center fielder number 8, Leo Jimian. And rounding out the lineup for the Hayes Larks is a designated hitter number 23, Braden Lucart. Starting pitcher for Hayes is 28, Cade Brown. And now the lineup for your Dodge City A's. Leading off, center fielder number 3, Matthew Sandoval. Batting second, second baseman number 7, Tyler Toby. Batting third, first baseman number 34, Artie Ramirez. Batting fourth, the designated hitter number 8, Jacob Klinowski. Batting fifth, catcher number 4, Arubiel Duran. Batting sixth, third baseman number 9, Brendan O'Sullivan. Batting seventh, left fielder number 6, Michael Widener. Batting eighth, right fielder number 27, Angelo Zazzarino. And rounding out the lineup for the A's is shortstop number 23, Brock Denbo. We're going to step aside. It is time for the national anthem. We'll be back with you for first pitch here shortly. Good evening and welcome in to Cavalier Field. It is the A's and Hayes Larks. So we are set, getting ready for the warm-ups for opening pitch. The Larks come into tonight's game 19-6 overall, and your Dodge City A's 10-14. Tyson Pereira getting his start on the mound for the A's tonight. So it's Tyson Pereira getting the start. Pereira comes into tonight's contest making his 5th appearance for the Dodge City A's, all of those starts, and first pitch. In for a ball. Tanner Rice leading off for the Hayes Larks, and he will take the second pitch he sees and sends it out into right field. A leadoff single for the Larks. That will bring in Jack Tarosian. Jack Tarosian playing his last season for Hutchinson Community College. He takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off for strike number 1. Tyson Pereira making his 5th start for the Dodge City A's. Last pitched against these Hayes Larks in a league matchup went 6 innings. That was back on June the 28th. 0-2 now to Jack Tarosian. Is the A's and Larks in league action tonight. Fly ball is sent to second base, fielded by Tyler Toby. Throw to shortstop Dembo covering. It will be a fielder's choice, erasing the leadoff runner. Runner on first, and one away for the Hayes Larks. So that will bring in Palmer Hutchinson. First pitch he sees from Tyson Pereira, a ball inside, 1-0. Tyson Pereira collectively 5.143 ERA on the season. That pitch catches the inner part of the plate, strike number 1. Palmer Hutchinson played at Kansas City Community College this past year. Next pitch right down the zone, strike number 2. 1-2 now the count to Palmer Hutchinson. Looking around the field for the Dodge City A's from left to right. Out in the outfield it is Michael Widener, Matthew Sandoval, and Angelo Zazzarino. Around the infield, Brendan O'Sullivan, Brock Denbo, Tyler Toby, and Artie Ramirez. There's Tyson Pereira on the mound and Arubiel Duran behind home plate. Pitch is sent foul down the third base side, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. Let's take a look around the Rocky Mountain League. Look at our league standings. Two the count now to Palmer Hutchinson. So a look around the league. The Liberal BJ's leading at 14-1. followed by the Hayes Larks at 12-3, a full 2 games back out of first place. Throw over to first to check on Trojan is not in time, and we'll wait for the 2-2 delivery from Pereira. It is the Game Day Angels in third at 10-7, 5 games back. Your Dodge City A's in fourth at 7-8, 7 games back. The Denver Cougars, who will begin a 3-game series this weekend with the Dodge City A's. They are 9-11, followed by the Outlaws at 8-12, the Fort Collins Foxes at 4-13, and the Rough Riders at 4-13. So that is a look around the league as it stands today. Again, this is a league matchup. And the 2-2 delivery was a strike looking, and down goes Hutchinson. That will bring in Tyler LaRue. Tyler LaRue from Texas, played at Houston Baptist. First pitch he sees is sent out into center field and fielded by Matthew Sandoval. That will end the inning for the Larks. We're headed to the bottom of the first. It will be the top of the order with Matthew Sandoval, Tyler Toby, and Artie Ramirez due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is the bottom of the first. Matthew Sandoval leading off for the Dodge City A's. First pitch that Sandoval sees from the pitcher, Cade Brown, a ball. Let's take a look around the defense for the Hayes Larks from left to right. Second pitch out for ball number 2. So out in the outfield from left to right, Dylan Dreiling, Leo Jimian, and Jack Tarosian. Around the infield, it is Palmer Hutchinson, Austin Jaslov, Tanner Rice, and Tyler LaRue. Jam shot in on the hands, set on the ground to shortstop Jaslov, throw to first in time, and out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. So that brings in Tyler Toby with one away. So it is Cade Brown on the mound for the Hayes Larks and Jackson Halter behind home plate. One away. The first pitch that Toby sees from Brown. Strike on the outer edge. 0-1. Toby takes that pitch. He'll send it on the ground out right back up the middle, and runner on first for the Dodge City A's. Grounder for Tyler Toby, and the A's with a runner on. That brings in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez to face Cade Brown. First pitch he sees from Brown outside for a ball. Brown set. The 1-0 delivery catches a zone for strike number 1. So the A's collectively come into tonight's contest. Ball misses, and they appeal down, say, no, he did not go. 2-1, the count now for Artie Ramirez. Collectively on the season, the A's batting staff, an batting average of 284, 377 on base percentage. 2-1 count for Artie Ramirez. Pitch just misses on the outside edge, and will do it 3-1. Ramirez takes that pitch. It is hit high and deep. It's headed to left field. And called foul by the home plate umpire, and Chris Woodruff does not agree. Second time the A's have been on the wrong side of a foul call. The other night, a call here at Cavalier Field, a home run called in favor of the Angels that just barely cleared, called fair, that they say cleared the right field wall. This one tonight down the left field line and called foul. So we'll do the 3-2 pitch. The payoff pitch from Brown. Up high, and that will walk Artie Ramirez. So that will bring in our designated hitter, Jacob Klinowski. Klinowski played at Cal State East Bay this last year. California native. Takes first pitch, he sees it's hit on the ground to first. Throw to second is wild, and that will score Tyler Toby. So runners on first and second now for the Dodge City A's with one away. Error, a costly error by the A's, or the Hayes rather, first baseman Tyler LaRue, and the A's take a 1-0 lead. So that will bring in Arubiel Duran. Duran played for the Community College Conquistadors. First pitch he sees from Brown. Fouled off for strike number 1. Jacob Klinowski on first. Artie Ramirez on second for the A's. After the costly throwing error from the Hayes Larks first baseman. Pitch from Brown on the outer half of the zone, and strike number 2 to Ruby Duran. Duran, hometown player for the A's. 0-2 delivery is fouled off, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. The 0-2 delivery from Brown. Outside and low, and ball number 1. One to the count to Ruby Duran. Pitch is delivered. A high chopper fielded at third. Throw to second for out number 2. And I think Rice maybe thought that was out number 3, but it was only out number 2 for the Larks. Or for the A's, sorry. Courtesy runner for the A's will be Alec Israel. So runners on the corners for the A's. So 1-0 the count to Brendan O'Sullivan. Israel on the base paths running for the A's. Pitch outside, framed well by the catcher, and now 1-1. One misses just outside, now 2-1 to Brendan O'Sullivan. Sullivan from San Joaquin Delta College. Pitch misses outside, and Israel takes off, and down at second base now. 3-1 to Brendan O'Sullivan with runners on second and third for the Dodge City A's. The 3-1 delivery from Brown. Sent out into left center field, and that will score 2 more. The A's take 3-0 lead with runner on first. Brendan O'Sullivan with an RBI single. And that will bring in Michael Widener. Michael played this last year at Midland College from Midland, Texas as well. So he will face Cade Brown, the 7th batter in this inning to come to the plate. Takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off for strike number 1. Overcast night here. It was sunny and hot earlier this afternoon. Temperatures have cooled off after storms passed through the area. No rain here in Dodge City. Cooling off. 1-1 the count to Michael Widener. Sullivan on first. Ground ball hit to second baseman Rice. Throw over to first in time, and that will end the inning for the Dodge City A's. A's score 3 in the first. We're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Top of the second, it is Dylan Dreiling leading off for the Hayes Larks. Second pitch he sees in for strike, evens the count at 1 apiece. 1-1 to Dreiling from the pitcher Pereira. Pitches outside and now 2-1. Tyson Pereira with his 5th start for the A's. His last start was against these Hayes Larks on the 28th of June. Pitch in and catches his own and evens the count at 2 apiece. Tyson Pereira comes in 1-2 on the season. Took the loss against the Angels on June the 20th. Got the win against the Colorado Springs Outlaws on June the 12th and took the loss against the Great Bend Batcats on June the 6th. Payoff pitch from Pereira. Popped up and fielded by Brendan O'Sullivan, and out number 1 for the Larks. That will bring in Austin Jaslov. Jaslov from Tennessee, played at Tennessee. Foul swing for strike number 1. half-hearted check swing and out to second baseman Toby. Throw to first. Artie Ramirez in time, and out number 2 for the Larks. So that will bring in Jackson Halter. Halter, the catcher for the Larks. Played at Seminole Community College from Texarkana, Texas. First pitch from the pitcher Pereira inside, a swing and a miss, and strike number 1. Top of the first, the Hayes Larks trailing this game now 0-3. Second pitch from Pereira outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Tyson in the last game against the Larks on the 28th, 6 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 5, and hit 1. That pitch is fouled off down the third base line, now 1-2. The Hayes Larks tonight, their pitch was inside and just misses, evens the count at 2 apiece. Larks wearing their blue and white tops, American flag on the left shoulder, white letters and numbers outlined in red, gray pants, blue hats, the A's in their green tops. That pitch is swung on and sent out to left center field. Matthew Sandoval tracking. He's got it. Out number 3, and we're headed to the bottom of the second. It will be Angelo Zazzarino, Brock Denbo. And back at the top of the order with Matthew Sandoval due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off in the bottom of the second, it is Angelo Zazzarino. A's leading 3-0. First pitch he sees from Cade Brown is a ball, and that pitch outside, a check swing, and 2-0 now for Angelo Zazzarino. Zazzarino played at San Joaquin Delta College from Lodi, California. Pitch grounded back at the pitcher Brown, throw to first in time, and out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Brock Denbo. Denbo hitting in the 9-hole for the A's. Been a staple at shortstop. He steps in to face the pitcher, Cade Brown. Denbo from Santa Ana College, from Brea, California. First pitch he sees is strike number 1. That pitch down low, bounces in the turf, evens the count at 1 apiece. 1 away for the A's and nobody on. 1-1 delivery from Brown, swung on and missed, and strike number 2 to Brock Denbo. Pitch swung on and fouled off, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. One-two delivery from Brown. Swung on again and fouled off, and we'll do it over again. That pitch fouled off again, and rather that pitch a ball, and 2-2. Swung on and sent foul and out of play to the right side, and we'll do the 2-2 now. Not the 2-2 dance, the 2-2 pitch. Light rain shower occurring here in Dodge. Few fans in the stands with umbrellas. Pitch is outside, and that will bring the count full to Brock Denbo. So the payoff pitch coming from Cade Brown. Payoff pitch, hit on the ground, fielded by the shortstop Jaslov. Throw to first. Pulls first baseman Tyler LaRue off the bag, and runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. So an throwing error on the shortstop Jaslov. Puts Brock Denbo on, and we're back at the top of the order with Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. Big swing and fouled it off, down in the count 0-1. Matthew Sandoval steps into the box tonight, hitting .299 on the season, .426 on base percentage. That pitch outside evens the count at 1 apiece. Fouled off again, now 1-2. The count to Matthew Sandoval. One-two delivery. Denbo took off, and he's in safely at second after a slight hesitation, so 2-2 count to Matthew Sandoval, and now runner on second for the Dodge City A's. Swung on and hit out into left field, and fielded by Dylan Dreiling, and out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. So Matthew Sandoval retired for the second time tonight. That will bring in Tyler Toby. Tyler Toby steps in, hitting .333 on the season, a .390 on base percentage. First pitch from Cade Brown, a ball, and 1-0 to Tyler Toby. Pitch is hit back at the second baseman, throw to first in time. That will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Take this opportunity to thank our Grand Slam sponsors: the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Curbs Law Office, McDonald's Keel Enterprises LLC, Lewis Automotive Group, Lauren Dahl, and the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. We're headed to the top of the third. A's leading this game 3-0. Leo Jimian leading off for the Hayes Larks. He will face Tyson Pereira out for now his third inning of work. A curveball up high, and 1-0 now to Leo Jimian. That pitch on the ground, fielded by Denbo. Throw to first is offline, and that will put Leo Jimian on second, the first error for the A's tonight.
Now up to DH, number 23, Braden Lucart.
So that will bring in Braden Lucart, the designated hitter for the Hayes Larks, and first pitch he sees is a ball. Pitch is outside, and 2-0 for Braden Lucart, hitting in the 9 hole for the Larks. Runner on second, nobody out. That pitch misses, now 3-0. Pitch catches the outer half of the zone, and strike number one for Tyson Pereira. 3-1, the count now to Braden Lucart. Pitch. So that pitch hits off the feet of the field umpire, careens out into left field, and that will put runners on first and second for the Hayes Larks. So it was considered a dead ball once it hit the umpire. No advancement allowed for Leo Jimian.
Now batting number 2, Tanner Rice.
So runners on first and second, nobody out, and we're headed back at the top of the order with Tanner Rice. Rice singled his first time up, showing bunt. That is down, and the runner, Braden Lucart, was out by a mile, and field umpire called him safe, and I'm interested to hear the explanation on this call. Brock Denbo covering, and he had that pitch, or that throw down was there by a long ways. So, not sure what the justification is, but runners on second and third for the Larks. 3-1 the count to Tanner Rice. Rather 0-2 now to Tanner Rice. Oh, 0-2 delivery from Pereira. Misses outside, now 1-2. Hit on the ground, throw to first in time. That will score one, and runners now on second for the Hayes Larks. Hey, the A's leading this one 3-1 with one away.
Now batting right fielder number 1, Jack Trojan.
So that will bring in Jack Trojan. Trojan hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Pitch down for ball number 1. Pitch hit foul and evens the count at 1 apiece. away for the Larks. 1 run has scored in this inning. Trosian fouls that one off, and now down in the count, 1-2. The Hazarks, 1 run, 2 hits. They have committed 2 errors and stranded 1 so far in this game. Swing and a miss, and down goes Jack Trosian. 2 away now for the Larks, and that will bring in Palmer Hutchinson. And Hutchinson struck out looking his first time up. Hutchinson will go out to face Tyson Pereira. First pitch from Pereira misses outside for ball number 1. The 1-0 delivery from Pereira. Swung on and missed, and Hutchinson goes down to a knee. That will even the count at 1 apiece. Pitches inside, brings the count to 2-1 to Palmer Hutchinson with 2 outs. We're in the top of the third. The A's leading this game 3-1. Pitch hit on the ground to third, throw to first in time. Out number 3 for the Larks. That will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the third. It will be Artie Ramirez, Jacob Klinowski, and Rubiel Duran due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Artie Ramirez leading off the bottom of the third for the Dodge City A's. New pitcher on the mound for the Hayes Larks is number 14, Sam Hendon. Artie from UT Arlington, Walnut, California, and he takes the first pitch he sees from Sam Hendon for a ball. Artie walked on his first time up. Takes that pitch, it's sent back at the pitcher Hendon, throw to first in time, and one away for the A's. So that will bring in Jacob Klinowski. Klinowski got on an error his last time up. Klinowski will step in to face the new pitcher, Sam Hendon. First pitch outside for ball number 1. Second pitch inside, and 2-0 the count now for Jacob Klinowski. That pitch, again, hit right back at the pitcher Hendon, throw to first in time, and now 2 away for the A's. Consecutive groundouts back to the pitcher, and 2 away. That brings in catcher Arubio Duran. Duran comes into tonight's game batting .269 on the season, .333 on base percentage. Duran grounds first pitch he sees to the third baseman, throw to first in time, and quickly ends the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the 4th. You have been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Take this opportunity to thank our home run sponsors: Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Conant Construction LLC, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Duke Energy, Edward Jones, Melanie Harshberger, and Town Place Suites by Marriott. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Tyson Pereira out for his now 4th inning of work, and he will face the leadoff hitter Tyler LaRue for the Hayes Larks. LaRue flew out his first time up. Now out to face Tyson Pereira. First pitch Up high and inside for ball one. That pitch sent foul down the third base line. Now evens the count at one apiece. A 1-1 delivery from Pereira. Swung on and fouled off, and that will bring the count to 1-2. One and two. The count to Tyler LaRue. Pitch down low will even the count at two apiece. Pitch is fouled off and will do the 2-2 over again. Tyson Pereira, 6 innings, his longest outing, both of those against the Hayes Larks and the Game Day Angels. His shortest inning, 4 innings, his first start of the season for the A's, came against the Batcats, and they will say that pitch hit LaRue, and he is on base. That will bring in Dylan Dreiling. Dreiling 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth, and the leadoff runner aboard for the Hayes Larks. For the second inning in a row, the leadoff runner is aboard. So 1-0, the count to Dylan Dreiling. That pitch hit, sent out to left field. Michael Widener tracking, and he hauls it in. Out number 1 for the Larks. Not hit far enough to be a sacrifice, and LaRue will retreat back to first.
Next up for the Larks, number 3, Austin Jaslov.
So that will bring in the shortstop, Austin Jaslov. Jaslov 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. First pitch misses to the inside, ball number 1. Tyson Pereira overall on the year has allowed just 24 hits, 16 runs, 12 of those earned, walked 11 and struck out 23. He hits Jaslov in the back, and Jaslov spikes his bat in the turf. That will put runners on first and second for the Dodge City A's. For the Hayes Larks. Will bring in
Now up number 5,
Jackson Halter for the Hayes Larks. Runners on first and second with 1 away. Both runners aboard for the Larks on via the hit by pitch. That pitch inside and gets away from the catcher Duran. That will move runners to second and third. So the runners on second and third via the passed ball. That will bring up a mound visit from Coach Chris Woodruff. The A's will have an off day tomorrow and then begin a 3-game series starting Friday evening. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings right here at Cavalier Field against the Denver Cougars. That will be all 3 games, league matchups, and a critical series for the A's to try to get back into the league rankings. Let's go back and look. The Game Day Angels in 3rd place ahead of the A's. The A's split the series with the Angels. They finished that series last weekend, losing the first game 12-0, and then getting their revenge in a 21-3 win the next day. So play will resume 1-0 to Jackson Halter. Pitch misses just outside, now 2-0. Pereira set. The 2-0 delivery swung on and fouled off, and that brings the count to 2-1. So the A's are currently 2 games behind the Angels, and the Denver Cougars just half a game back on the Dodge City A's. 2-1 the count. At pitch inside, and now 3-1. 1 away with runners on second and third for the Larks. The A's leading 3-1. The A's scored all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the first. That pitch misses. Jackson Halter on base via the base on balls. So the courtesy runner for Halter will be number 6, Hunter Rawson.
Now batting number 8, Leo Jiminian.
That brings in Leo Jimian. Jimian 0 for 1, got on an error. First pitch he sees just misses to the outside edge, ball number 1. One 0 swung on and missed by Jimian. Now 1-1. Tyson Pereira coming into tonight had hit 3 batters so far this season. Add 2 more as Tyler LaRue and Austin Jaslov both on via a hit by pitch. And Hunter Rawson, the courtesy runner, now on because Jackson Halter was walked on. 2-1 the count to Leo Jimian. That pitch hit out to center field. Sandoval under it, throw in, and that will score 1, and now 2 away for the Larks. So the sacrifice fly for Leo Jimian.
Now batting number 23.
That will leave runners on first and second for the Larks. So that will bring in Braden Lukart. Lukart singled his last time up. Pereira throws in and misses. Ball number 1. 1-0 delivery, bounces off of the catcher's glove, and Jaslov starts to round third and thinks better. So runners on second and third now for the Larks. 2-0 the count to Braden Lukehart. So that a passed ball on the catcher Duran. A's leading this game 3-2. That ties the game, and runner now at third for the Hayes Larks. Three and 0 the count to Braden Lukehart. Runner on third. It is a tie game. 3-3 fouled off, and now 3-1. Three one from Tyson Pereira. Catches the inner half of the zone, and now a full count to Braden Lukehart. The payoff pitch from Pereira. Misses inside, and that will put runners on the corners for the Larks, and we're back at the top of the order with Tanner Rice. Rice 1 for 2, grounded out his last time up.
Now batting number 2, Tanner Rice.
Pitch inside, and 1-0 the count for Tanner Rice. Looks like Christian Machado will be going out to start warming up for the Dodge City A's. Pitch misses outside, now 2-0. Delivery from Pereira. Swung on and hit to left field and played off the hop, and the Hayes Larks take a 4-3 lead. Close play at third, and Braden Lukehart in safely at third. Runners on the corners for the Larks. That brings up Jack Tarosian. Larks have scored 3 so far this inning. So the Larks get Tyler LaRue on via hit by pitch. He comes around and scores on a wild pitch. Austin Jaslov is hit by pitch. He comes around and scores on a pass ball. Jackson Halter came around and scored after being walked on, and first pitch is a strike to Jack Tarosian, and Tanner Rice in safely at second. So 0-2. Jack Tarosian 0 for 2, struck out swinging his last time up, and he will do it again. That will end the inning for the Larks. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Brendan O'Sullivan, Michael Widener, and Angelo Zazzarino due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. The A's now trailing this game 4-3. Brendan O'Sullivan leading off for the A's. He singled his first time up. So he will go out to face Sam Hendon out now for his second inning of work. That pitch inside for ball number one. The A's went down 1-2-3 in the last inning. All ground outs, two of those right back to the pitcher Hendon. That pitch catches the inner half of the zone, strike number one. Pitch will be a ground fielded by the third baseman Hutchinson. Throw to first in time, and one away for the A's. That will bring in Michael Widener. Widener 0 for 1, grounded out his last time up. Six straight have been retired for the A's. That pitch down low in the turf, and ball number one. The A's last had a runner on in the bottom of the second. Brock Denbo got on an error, then stole over to second. That pitch inside and low, now 2-0. Swung on, that pitch is hit on the ground, fielded by first baseman LaRue, and out number two for the A's. 7 straight retired now. That will bring in Angelo Zazzarino. Zazzarino 0 for 1. Angelo played San Joaquin Delta College. He steps into the batter's box. First pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. Zazarino comes into tonight's contest hitting .300 on the season, a .400 on-base percentage. Check swing for Zazarino. The pitch misses. 2-0 now the count. Pitch low but in the zone, and strike number 1. Swing and a miss. That will even the count at 2 apiece for Angelo Zazarino. Pitch misses inside and will be full count now. So we'll see the payoff pitch from Sam Hendon. Hendon, as the pitcher, has retired 5 straight. Trying to go his second inning in a row. 3 up, 3 down. Pitch is fouled off, and we'll do the payoff over again. The payoff pitch from Sam Hendon. Swung on and missed, and 6 straight retired by the new pitcher, Sam Hendon. We are headed to the top of the 5th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Palmer Hutchinson leads off for the Hayes Larks in the top of the 5th. A leadoff triple. Bounces off the 348 mark in right field, and that will bring in Tyler LaRue. 0-1 the count to Tyler LaRue. Warm-up work occurring for the Hayes Larks. That pitch hit foul and hits head coach Frank Leo. Oh and 2. The 0-2 delivery from Pereira. Outside, ball number 1. That ball hit on the ground, fielded by shortstop Denbo. Throw to first at Artie Ramirez in time. Larks add one more, now leading this game 5-3. So the RBI ground out for LaRue. It's out number 1. That brings in Dylan Dreiling. Dreiling is 0 for 2. Flew out both times he's been at bat. A pitch inside and bounces off the catcher Duran's glove. Now 1-0. Christian Machado warming up in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Pereira kicks and delivers at right over the plate. Strike number 1. Pitch misses outside, now 2-1. Just joining in, the Hayes Larks scored 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, now 1 in the 5th. The A's scored all 3 of theirs in the bottom of the 1st. 3-1 the count now to Dylan Dreiling. As Tyson Pereira out for his now 5th inning of work. Pitch inside, and that will be a base on balls to Dylan Dreiling, and we'll bring in Austin Jaslov. Jaslov 0 for 1 was hit by pitch his last time up. And it was Jaslov that was hit in the back and spiked his bat as he walked away from home plate down to first. Not happy about it. He would eventually come around to score. Takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Pereira delivers. That one's hit out into shallow center field. That will put runners on the corners for the Hayes Larks. So that will bring out a mound visit from Coach Woodruff. The night for Tyson Pereira is done. So it will be Christian Machado taking over the mound for the Dodge City A's. So we'll tell you about Christian Machado here in a little bit. We're going to take this opportunity to thank our triple sponsors, Cargill Meat Solutions. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So the night for Tyson Pereira is done, but we cannot close the book as Dreiling and Jaslov will be charged to Pereira. So Pereira with officially will go 4 1/3. Pereira will go 4 1/3. He throws 88 pitches. Has allowed 5 runs so far. He could be charged for up to 7. Should the other two come around and score. He struck out 3, 5 hits, walked 3, and hit 2. So that is the night for Tyson Pereira, and it is now Christian Machado on the mound for the A's. Christian Machado comes into tonight's contest. He is making his 11th appearance overall for the A's. Coming into tonight, 14.1 innings pitched, 11 hits, 14 runs, walked 19 and struck out 18. He's hit 1 with a collective ERA of 8.163. First pitch that Halter sees is sent out into left center field and dropped by Widener. That scores 1. The Larks now leading 6-3. Ben Ferenzi now the courtesy runner for the Larks. Leo Jimian faces Christian Machado, now 2-0 in the count. It looks like Dylan Weaver warming up in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Three and 0 the count now to Leo Jimian as that pitch misses outside. Pitch in for a strike, now 3-1. Christian Machado, an 0-0 record. That pitch popped up and foul back over the press box. Be a full count now to Leo Jimian. So we will see the payoff pitch from Christian Machado. The payoff pitch inside and low, and that will load the bases with the Hayes Larks. That will bring in there's Braden Lukehart that is due up. It will be a pinch hitter. Hunter Rawson now hitting for the Larks is the DH. So Braden Lukehart will go 1 for 1 on the evening. Singled and walked, and it is now Hunter Rawson hitting in the 9-hole for the Larks. Larks leading 6-3 with 1 away in the top of the 5th. Pitch catches the outer part of the zone. Strike number 1 to Hunter Rawson. Austin Jaslov on third. Ben Ferenzi on second. Leo Jimmy in at first for the Larks. Second pitch outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Sun dropping below the clouds, and that pitch hit over the outstretched arms of shortstop Denbo. That will score another one, so that will now officially close the books on the pitcher Perez. He will be officially charged with 7 runs in this game. So it will be Hunter Rawson with an RBI single. The base is still loaded with the Hayes Larks. That brings in Tanner Rice. 2-0 now the count to Tanner Rice. The 2-0 delivery up high, now 3-0. Pitch catches the inner part of the zone, and now 3-1. That pitch misses and will walk in another run. The Larks leading 8-3 now. That will bring up a mound visit, and we're going to make a pitching change. It will be Dylan Weaver. We'll tell you about that when we come back. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Is Dylan Weaver on the mound now for the Dodge City A's. Comes in to face Jack Tarosian for the Hayes Larks. The first pitch from Dylan Weaver outside, ball number 1. Second pitch catches the outer part of the zone, evens a count at 1 apiece. Dylan Weaver comes into tonight's contest, making his 10th appearance for the A's. 3 wins and 1 loss on the season. Weaver has allowed that pitch. I don't even know what to call that. But an infield single and scores another one. The Larks now leading 9-3.
Next up, number 12, Palmer Hutchison.
So that will bring in Palmer Hutchinson. The Colorado Springs Outlaws beat the Denver Cougars tonight 12-4. First pitch in to Hutchinson, fouled off, and down in the count 0-1. Hutchinson 1 for 3 in this game. He tripled his last time up. Actually, the Larks have batted around. It was the triple from Hutchinson to lead off this inning. 1 away for the Larks. Bases loaded, and Hutchinson will foul that one off. Now down in the count 0-2. Dylan Weaver, making his 10th appearance for the A's. Last pitched against the Game Day Angels on July the 3rd, a 3-inning outing. He got the win in that contest. 3 hits, 2 runs. That pitch is hit out into center field, fielded by Sandoval. A sacrifice fly. The Hayes Larks now leading 10-3. Now 2 away. That will bring in the first baseman, Tyler LaRue. LaRue 0 for 2. He grounded out his last time up. LaRue was the first out of this inning. And the leadoff hitter, Hutchinson, now the second, after going completely around the order. First pitch into LaRue, a ball. A's trailing 10-3. Winds picking up a little bit now, coming from the east as these storms that had formed clear out of the area. That pitch down bounces off of the catcher, Duran, and runners advance to second and third. Two 2-0 the count to Tyler LaRue from Dylan Weaver. That pitch inside, now 3-0. The 3-0 delivery from Weaver. Pitch hit down the third base line, fielded by O'Sullivan. Throw to first. Artie Ramirez takes it. Out number 3 for the Hayes Larks. That will end the inning, and we are headed to the bottom of the 5th. It is Brock Denbo, Matthew Sandoval, and Tyler Toby due up when we return. You have been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Dodge City A's, shortstop Brock Denbo. Denbo will step in to face the new pitcher, Brady Rose, for the Hayes Larks. Denbo fouls off that one. Evens the count at 1 apiece. A swing and a miss, and now down in the count 1-2. Denbo on an error his last time up, as the A's are completing their second trip around the batting order. Pitch outside and evens the count at 2 apiece. Pitch is hit. Fly ball going out into shallow right center field, fielded by Rice. Out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Matthew Sandoval back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's. Sandoval 0 for 2. Flew out his last time up. Swung on and missed, and down in the count is Sandoval. Pitch down low, now evens the count at 1 apiece. Pitch is hit on the ground, fielded by shortstop, throw to first in time, and 2 away now for the A's. The A's scored 3 in the first and have not done anything since. The last runner on for the A's was Brock Denbo on an error in the bottom of the second. Since then, 10 straight have been retired. Tyler Toby now at bat for the A's. 1-0. That pitch misses inside. Now 2-0. Brady Rose working quickly on the mound. The A's trailing this game 10-3. A swing and a miss brings the count to 2-1 to Tyler Toby. Pitch misses outside, now 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that brings the count full. So we'll see the payoff pitch from the new pitcher, Brady Rose. A swing and a miss, and that will end the inning for the A's. 3 straight innings, 3 up, 3 down, and we're headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Take this opportunity to thank our double sponsors, Winter Livestock Incorporated, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Western Beverage, Village Square Merchants Association, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kirby Meat Company, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, Danny Thomas, Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, and Farm Bureau Wealth Management, and C. Fragon. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Dylan Dreiling steps in to lead off for the Hayes Larks, and a leadoff single out into center field, and runner aboard for the Larks. So that will bring in Austin Jaslov. One and one, the count now to Austin Jaslov. Dylan Weaver back on the mound for now his second inning of work. That ball hit out into shallow right center field and gathered in by Tyler Toby, out number one for the Larks. That will bring in Jackson Halter. Halter 1 for 2 in this game. Singled his last time up. A swing and a miss from Halter. Strike number 1. The A's again will have an off day tomorrow. And then we'll begin a critical series, 3 games with the Denver Outlaws. Throw over to first, and Dreiling was in a pickle, tagged by Artie Ramirez, out number 2 for the Larks. So that will resume now. Play with Jackson Halter. 2 away. Pitch outside evens a count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 delivery from Weaver. Chopped and hit foul to the first base dugout. Now 1-2. Weaver making his 10th appearance for the Dodge City A's. All of those out of the bullpen. Pitch is hit in the gap, going out into left field, and runner aboard for the Larks. So that will bring in Leo Jimian. Jimian 0 for 1, walked on his last time up. Courtesy runner for the Hayes Larks will be Ben Ferenzi. 2 away for the Larks. Leo Jimian now at bat. Runner on first. First pitch fouled off into the third base dugout. Strike number 1. Dylan Weaver's longest outing, a 4-inning outing, came against the Great Bend Batcats on June the 6th. One hit in that game, walked one, and struck out 5. A flying bat sends players scrambling in the third base dugout. Strike number 2. Jimmy's bat goes flying into the A's dugout, and he's going to work on his grip, and we'll go back to work. Jimmy down in the count 0-2 with 2 away. Runner on first. Is the top of the 6th. The A's trailing 10-3. At pitch down low through the legs of the catcher Duran, and that will move Ferenzi over to second. 1-2 now the count to Leo Jimian. One-two delivery from Weaver. Hit on the ground, going out into left field. They are waving Ferenzi home. Throw over to second. So the Larks will take an 11-3 lead in this game. So runner on first again for the Larks. And that will bring in Hunter Rawson. Rawson singled his last time up. And the Larks, I believe, completing their 4th trip around the batting order. First pitch in for a strike to Rawson. Leo Jimian on first after the RBI single into left field. Pitch misses outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. Pitch misses down low, now 2-1 to Hunter Rawson. Roberto Gonzalez warming up in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Pitch is hit, fouled back to the top of the net. Evens a count at 2 apiece. As it stands right now, Tyson Pereira will take the loss. That pitch up high and a full count. The win would go to Sam Hendon. Payoff pitch misses, and that will put runners on first and second for the Larks. We're going to have a mound visit from Coach Chris Woodruff, and that will end the night for Dylan Weaver. The A's will go to Roberto Gonzalez. So it'll be Gonzalez on the mound now for the A's. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. You've been listening to A's Baseball. A's make the call to the bullpen, and it is Roberto Gonzalez on the mound now for the Dodge City A's. Gonzalez making his third appearance on the mound for the A's. He faces Tanner Rice. Rice 2 for 3 in this game, walked on his last time up. Rice now in the count at 2-0. Gonzalez 2 innings pitched coming into tonight. Pitch catches the outer part of the zone and brings the count to 2-1. Gonzalez last pitched against the Larks on June the 25th. 1 inning. Walked 1, struck out 1, and hit 1. Rice pops that one up. It's headed into foul territory at the A's bullpen. It is caught by Brendan O'Sullivan. That will end the inning for the Larks. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Brady Rose out now for his second inning of work. He will face the leadoff hitter, Artie Ramirez. Ramirez 0 for 1, grounded out his last time up. The first pitch in misses for ball number 1. The A's have not had a runner aboard since the bottom of the 2nd. Pitch fouled off and evens a count at 1 apiece. One and one delivery from Brady Rose. That pitch hit down the left field line and rolling all the way to the wall. Ramirez digging for second. He will be in safely with a stand-up double. So for the first time since the bottom of the 2nd, the A's have a runner on. More importantly, the leadoff runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in the designated hitter, Jacob Klinowski. Klinowski 0 for 2 in this game. Grounded out his last time up. The A's trailing 11-3. That pitch high and inside and sends Klinowski flexing backwards for ball number 1. Matthew Sandoval getting warm-up work out in the Dodge City A's bullpen. So it's possible that there may be a change at center field when we come back in the top of the 7th. Big swing and a miss, and that will even the count at 2 apiece for Jacob Klinowski. Fouled off, and that will bring the count to 1-2. Klinowski it's 18 hits on the season, 12 of those singles, 6 doubles. Has driven in 11 and scored 8 runs of his own. A swing and a miss, and that is out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Rubiel Duran. Duran 0 for 2 in this game. Grounded out his last time up. Duran, 14 hits on the season, 12 singles, 2 doubles. He has driven in 2 and scored 8 of his own. Duran has been hit by pitch twice as well. Big swing and a miss, and down in the count 0-1 is Duran. A's trailing 11-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. The Hayes Larks scored 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 6 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th for 11 hits. Or 11 runs. They have 11 hits, 2 errors. They have stranded 8. The A's scored 3 in the bottom of the 1st and have not scored since. They have 3 hits. They've committed 1 error and stranded 2. So 1-2 the count to Duran. That pitch misses, evens the count at 2 apiece. Pitch fouled off, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Swing and a miss, and Duran goes down on strikes, and that will bring in Brendan O'Sullivan now with 2 away. Artie Ramirez on second. O'Sullivan 1 for 2. He grounded out his last time up. Runner on second in Artie Ramirez, and O'Sullivan in to face the southpaw. Brady Rose takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Swing and a miss, and down in the count 0-2. Rose looking in. Got his sign and comes set. The 0-2 delivery inside. Now 1-2. pitch swung on and hit foul out into the field to the right. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the 7th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We'll take this opportunity to thank our single sponsors, Roger Hedrick, David H. Snap LC, John Wilkerson, Garcia and Antosh, Val Hinton, Jason and Wendy Barnett, Julie and Manuel Garcia. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. We're headed to the top of the 7th. Jack Tarosian leading off for the Hayes Larks as they are making their 5th trip around the batting order. He will step in to face Roberto Gonzalez, and he takes the first pitch he sees and sends it out to center field. And it is a leadoff triple for Jack Tarosian. Matthew Sandoval lost that one out in center field, and it falls in for a triple. So that will bring in Palmer Hutchinson. Hutchinson 1 for 3. He takes that pitch and fouls it off down in the count 0-1. The 0-1 delivery from Roberto Gonzalez. That one misses outside and evens the count at 1 apiece. Runner on third for the Larks with nobody out. That pitch misses outside, and 2-1 the count now to Palmer Hutchinson. No action in the A's bullpen currently. Pitch misses outside again, now 3-1. Full count now to Palmer Hutchinson after a curveball catches his own, and the payoff pitch from Roberto Gonzalez. Swung on and hit. It's headed out to left field. Michael Widener tracking it. It bounces off the wall, and that will score one. A double for Palmer Hutchinson. So that will extend the Larks lead 12-3. That brings in Tyler LaRue. LaRue 0 for 3 in this game. He grounded out his last time up. Jack Terosian scores on that RBI double, and now only Tanner Rice, the only batter in this Hayes Larks lineup, to not score. 0-1 the count to Tyler LaRue. At pitch in and hits him. That will put LaRue on for the second time tonight, hit by pitch. Runners now on first and second for the Larks. That brings in Dylan Dreiling. We're going to have a mound visit from Coach Chris Woodruff, and he points to the outfield, so that means we will see Matthew Sandoval on the mound now for the Dodge City A's. So Matthew Sandoval will come in to pitch, and we'll see who the A's elect to send out to center field. It looks like it is going to be Menelik Israel. So Israel going out to center field. And Matthew Sandoval now on the mound for the Dodge City A's. So we'll take this opportunity to step aside, and we'll come back here shortly. You've been listening to A's Baseball. The A's send Matthew Sandoval to the mound. He will face Dylan Dreiling. So Matthew Sandoval making his 5th appearance for the A's on the mound, comes into tonight's contest, 7.1 innings pitched, 13 hits, 6 runs, walked 3, struck out 7, and hit 1. That pitch hit on the ground and goes out into right field and misplayed by Zazzarino. That will score Palmer Hutchinson, and the Larks now lead this game 13-3. So that brings in Austin Jaslov. Jaslov takes the first pitch he sees from Sandoval for a strike. Down in the count, 0-1. Time is called, and Jaslov will step out. Matthew Sandoval throws in. That pitch hit, popped up, fielded by Toby. Throw in to home is not in time, and that will be a sacrifice fly. One away now for the Larks. Dylan Dreiling at second. One out for the Larks. That will bring in the catcher, Jackson Halter. Halter, a big swing and a miss for strike number 1. He's 2 for 3 on the evening. Singled his last time up. Matthew Sandoval making his 5th appearance on the mound. All out of the bullpen. Last pitched against the Colorado Springs Outlaws on June the 21st. Went a third of an inning. Took the loss in that game. 3 hits, 1 run, walked 1. Matthew Sandoval with a 3.682 ERA on the season. 1-1 the count to Jackson Halter. Halter hits on the ground over to second by Tyler Toby. Throw to first in time, and now 2 away for the Larks. That moves Dreiling over to third. And that brings in Leo Jimian. Jimian 1 for 2 on the evening, singled his last time up. Jimian takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. Down in the count, 0-1. Sandoval's longest outing, a 3-inning outing that came against the Great Bend Batcats on June the 9th. He went 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, and struck out 3. One and one, the count to Leo Jimian. Jimian takes that pitch. It's sent out into left field and played off the wall, and Jimian in safely at second with a stand-up double. That scores another one, and the Larks now lead 15-1, or 15-3, sorry. The Hayes Larks have scored 15 unanswered runs so far in this game. That will bring in Hunter Rawson. Rawson a swing and a miss, and down in the count, 0-1. Rawson 1 for 1, walked on his last time up. That pitch hit on the ground, fielded by Toby at second, throw to Ramirez at first in time. That will end the inning For the Larks, it is stretch time in Dodge City. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. It will be Michael Widener, Angelo Zazzarino, and Brock Denbo due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bottom of the 7th, it is Michael Widener leading off for the Dodge City A's, and the A's have to score at least 3, to avoid the run rule in this game. Michael Widener leading off. He will face Brady Rose, now out for his 3rd inning of work. He takes the first pitch he sees, and ball number 1. Widener 0 for 2, has grounded out both times he's been at the plate. That pitch in and misses, and now 2-0 the count to Michael Widener. So the A's, again, will be off tomorrow. That pitch in and catches the outer part of the zone. Strike number 1. So the A's are off tomorrow. Will be back in action Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fouled off by Widener. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here at Cavalier Field, they will face the Denver Cougars. All of those 7 p.m. starts. A's will then be off Monday and then begin a 3-game series with the Rough Riders. That will complete the series. A swing and a miss by Michael Widener, and now 1 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Angelo Zazzarino. Zazzarino 0 for 2 in this game. He struck out his last time up. So the A's will face the Rough Riders next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They will be off Friday and Saturday and then host the Fort Collins Foxes Sunday and Monday, the 17th and 18th of July. So that is a look at the coming 3 series for the Dodge City A's. Second pitch in and catches the inner part of the zone for strike 1 to even the count at 1 apiece. Pitch misses outside and brings the count to 2-1. That pitch catches outer half of the plate, evens the count at 2 apiece, and the A's down to their last 2 outs to try to extend this game. Swing and a miss, and now 2 away, and that will bring in Brock Denbo. Denbo 0 for 2. He flew out his last time up. Actually, the A's are going to send in a pinch hitter in Andrew Ramirez. So Andrew Ramirez coming in for Brock Denbo. First pitch Andrew Ramirez sees is out of the zone for a ball. The second he sends foul over the clubhouse to even the count at 1 apiece. Andrew Ramirez committed to Queens College. He takes a big swing and a miss and down in the count 1-2. He is the younger brother to Artie Ramirez. Swing and a miss, and that will end the game. So let's go take a look at your final game numbers. So the game is done. The win will go to Sam Hendon. The loss to Tyson Pereira. The A's fall tonight 15-3. The Hayes Larks 15 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. They will strand 9. The A's 3 runs, 3 hits. They commit 2 errors. They will strand 3. So that is a look at your final game numbers. I am Justin Hergert. Been alongside Ben Smedshammer. The A's drop a tough one tonight in run rule fashion in 7 innings. They lose 15-3. We'll be back in action on Friday evening. Saying so long and good night from Cavalier Field. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.